In the worst hour of the worst season, of the worst year of a whole people, a man set out from the workhouse with his wife. He was walking. They were both walking north. She was sick with famine fever and could not keep up. He lifted her and put her on his back. He walked like that, west and north, until at nightfall, under freezing stars, they arrived. In the morning they were both found dead, of cold, of hunger, of the toxins of a whole history. But her feet were held against his breastbone. The last heat of his flesh was his last gift to her. Let no love poem ever come to this threshold. There is no place here for the inexact praise of the easy graces and sensuality of the body. There was only time for this merciless inventory, their death together in the winter of 1847. Also what they suffered, how they lived, and what there is between a man and woman, and in which darkness it can best be proved.
The sculpture is called Hope and Despair. It's the story of a family that eventually were forced to go to the workhouse. The story was written by Padre O'Leary, and it was translated. It was written in Irish and translated into English, and it's in the Workhouse of Ireland by John O'Connor. In the book, it talks about the Buckley family. But in the prologue to the book, he talks about a man carrying his dying wife home to die at home.
First God took the little boy, and then he took the little girl, and soon their little souls were free.
So they decided to leave the workhouse and meet up at the graves or the pit where the children were buried. I've depicted the footsteps in the sculpture, but the footsteps are depicted as teardrops. So you have two sets of teardrops coming towards the edge of the pit. Kate and Paddy grieved all they could at the side of the pit, even though they couldn't see their children. They knew they were in there somewhere. They prayed and they were distraught when they decided that they better head off home. It was 6 miles from the workhouse to where their home was. They were weak, cold and hungry, and Kate was sick as well. Halfway home, Kate couldn't walk any further, so Paddy decided he'd carry her. He carried her the remainder of the way home, stopping many times to rest on the embankment. They got drinks and scraps of food from some of the neighbours, but they wouldn't allow them in because Kate was so sick. They eventually got home and discovered the ruins of their house. Patrick decided he laid Kate down in the corner and fashioned a bed for her out of the old thatch remaining from the roof. Then laid her down on the thatch. She was weak and cold. He tried to warm her feet on his chest, and that's the way the neighbours found him the next morning. It was his final act of love for his wife.